Hi, everyone. My name is Alberta, and welcome to episode 13 of the Get Hitched Wedding Live Chat Show. Today, we're going to have a special guest with us. His name is Chris Attard, a makeup artist in the industry here in Malta. You probably have heard his name around for sure in different outlets, Fashion Week, and much more. We're going to be talking about makeup artists and the services, especially at the moment with weddings, where since all the situation has happened, there's quite a limitation. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. As always, thank you for viewing the show. I'm just going to invite Chris in.
Hi
Hi, Chris.
Alberta, how are
Hi, how are
you?
you? I'm good. I'm
Very
good. Thank
well.
you. Cool. All right. All
Thanks,
good.
thanks for the invite.
Super. No, thank you very much for finding the time. Just for our viewers to know, Chris was working earlier today. So we really do appreciate you finding the time.
It's my
Um,
pleasure.
super. So I do want, first of all, for you to maybe introduce yourself for our viewers. Tell them who Chris is and where you started.
Of course. So, all started like it was like 20 years ago. It was a friend that asked me to join in a musical, and it was actually my first time touching makeup with my hands. And that was
Okay.
like the biggest experience in my life, like touching a person's skin features. And that when the inspiration came that I want to be a makeup artist. Then, of course, after a year, I started working at Frank's, and then that was when the magic started.
Cool. How old were you and how long ago uh,
It
have you
was back
started?
in it was back in 1999. I was
Wow.
like,
Okay.
yes, 1999.
We won't say the age. We'll just say from 1999. But I'm guessing you were quite young.
I'm 43.
Really?
Yes,
No.
1977.
I wouldn't even have even thought of that. Wow, process.
Thank
Your
you.
skincare routine, I need to learn it.
Yes, yes. You have to work out for it, after all. Thank you,
Definitely.
Andrew. Thank you.
Definitely. And I do know, Chris, that you do quite a lot of training, especially abroad. I don't know if you want to tell us your experiences, because you come from numerous training courses that you've attended.
Yes, yes. In fact, I've been working at Frank's for these last 20 years, and that is one of the most beautiful experience till today that I love and I appreciate for the company that I work for. They gave me a lot of opportunities, being trained by foreign makeup artists, going abroad to Paris, and nowadays I'm also part of the makeup art team in Paris. That they give us
Okay,
tutorials, everything. We help each other, we train each other because like we're the head makeup artists in different countries.
definitely. So you're all basically connecting from around the world and helping each other, improving
Yes,
your
especially
skills.
from Eastern countries.
Wow. Okay. Very
Yes,
cool.
yes. It's a
Very
beautiful
cool.
experience, and we meet like twice a year, and that's a beautiful
Okay.
experience. Yes.
So of course, right now I'm guessing everything has been postponed, or have you been doing things online anyways?
When it's regarding with the company that I work for, like with Gerland abroad, we still stay in contact, give us training of specific products, new products that are coming in. And then when it comes to local, we give training on Zoom.
Okay.
Between, yes,
All right. Okay. You did actually mention this to me before, and I do want to talk a bit more about this, especially for all the brides that are going to be watching the show today.
it will be my
Um,
pleasure.
but I mean, at the moment, it's let we can be realistic. It's not exactly the easiest of times.
Can I tell
Especially,
you
I think,
the, can I
yeah,
tell you the truth?
yeah,
It's
go for it,
frustrating.
for
It's
sure.
frustrating. Yes. I
How have you
mean,
been affected as a makeup artist?
I mean, Personally, it's a little bit frustrating. I had so many weddings this year that has been cancelled or postponed and then postponed for next year. And like next year, it was already starting to be busy. And like to 2020 with 2021, make sure that I can please everyone. But I managed to do that. So I'm quite happy with that. But then
Very
again,
good.
I had so many important events coming this year, and everything had to be cancelled. Paciencia.
And you're sort of on a pause, right? Because actually offering your service, you're not able to you're not able to actually go and actually come and do makeup on me at the moment, or on any
Exactly.
bride.
And I do. I mean, that is something that I can offer for the clients, that I can meet them on Zoom and like giving them tips how to apply their makeup if they're doing maybe an intimate wedding. I can give them tips how to apply makeup or how to take care of their skin, and also that I find like it's the full package. Even suggest them what kind of perfume would be nice for the event.
Very good, very good, very good. Um, uh, I can imagine how hard it is because even as I mean, working at Get Hitch, just talking to all the different suppliers in every different service, every supplier has been hit. But sometimes I look and see where this is a service that is very hands-on, and you literally have like a brick wall at the moment in front of you. So, and
And it's
from my
been there.
understanding, this is something you love. This is not just a job for you, right?
No, no, exactly. I mean, this is not only a job for me. This is my passion. I mean, like, isek qed toħodli n-nifs. Dak it-tip, I want to do so many things. I mean, I get so creative when I'm so like alone. Like, what can I do? I have not. I mean, I'm blocked, and that's the problem.
For sure, for sure. But I do think that perhaps the measures are going to start relaxing a bit now. So perhaps we're able to get the ball rolling again in your industry.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, like after yesterday, there's nothing clear that makeup artists itself they can work. I mean, you cannot. I mean, I can wear a mask. My brushes can be cleaned, but the client has to be without a mask, and that's not permitted.
No. And even the brushes and everything, I'd imagine maybe they'd have to be a specific set for each different person or
I guess, in fact, as a makeup artist, I mean, you cannot have like one blusher brush, one powder brush. I mean, like if I may say, like I have five powder brushes, four blusher brushes, and eyeshadows, and etc. And then even when you apply makeup like lipstick, you have to scrape it from the lipstick. You cannot apply it with a brush directly, like from the lipstick to the brush and apply. I have to
wow.
scrape the lipstick, yes, and then apply it with a brush.
Okay, okay, makes sense. Makes
Yes,
sense.
yes.
Wow.
But that's something that like I felt is Nahali. I had to throw almost half of my makeup when
Really?
yes, when it's regarding like powders and eyeshadows. I had to start everything from the beginning, go because like a week before that everything happened, I was still doing makeup, and better be safe than sorry.
Yes, very true, very true. And I can't say I have any of this because my makeup bag consists of this big, the basics, the
I'm here,
essentials.
I'm here to help.
I
I'm
have
here
no
to help.
idea how to do anything further. I get lost, I get stuck, and wipes are sometimes my best friend when I try to do makeup on. So what you're seeing is full blown makeup at the moment on me.
Can I tell you something? I mean, brides m'għandhomx għalfejn jibżaw japplikaw makeup. I mean, there are so many professional people that they can help in this area. In fact, last week I had a tutorial that I can give gladly how to apply makeup in a very natural way. There's no need to be over bombastic in a wedding, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, I consider myself more a classic makeup artist that I like to go maybe more class out, dramatic, but I
Okay.
am pleased to help anyone who needs my help, and it's my pleasure.
Is
I
there a
enjoy
common
it.
very cool, very cool. Is there a common trend that you see between couples and brides, at least with makeup? Do they go more for dramatic or do they go more for classic looks?
Good question. I mean, when I talk about local brides compared to foreign brides, they're totally different. Like here in Malta, brides they tend to go or very natural, or else they go a little bit more dramatic. And I'm there to please them. I do whatever they want me to do. Like more like foreign brides, they like to go more like highlighters, more bright lipsticks, even in Malta. But there's a little bit of a difference that I enjoy because it's always good experience to learn different culture with different people, and it's fun.
Super. Super, super. Do you normally put out any tips there, like for your brides, like even with the teams, or like I'm sure for sure you have a list, you put in your
I'm,
input and
let me tell you, I'm so obsessed, even when I'm doing makeup on the bride's, on the actual day, that I explain what I'm doing on her. I mean, she's maybe interested or maybe she's not, but sakemm qed napplika l-makeup qed ngħid kif qed napplika l-eyeliner, kif qed nibblend l-eyeshadow. Some of them are very interested because they're learning, and some of them like, do my makeup, do my makeup. You know what I mean?
we should get you on the show to do a tutorial actually, and we you could do an actual full face makeup, and at least enjoy doing what you love doing, basically.
Yes, that's the point.
Very
That's why
good.
the first thing I told you, it was very frustrating. But
Yes, for
I
sure.
hope it will pass very soon.
For sure. We're all hoping it passes very soon. With weddings, I'm seeing people that, their spirits have been lifted. They've continued planning. They're fine with moving. People are doing their small, intimate ceremonies and then
And
going
that's very
forward.
nice,
And
actually. In fact, I already had clients that I had Zoom with them to explain how to apply their makeup in their intimate wedding.
very good. Actually, I do want to take this up straight away next for you, since we are talking about this. I did have a few questions before, but I'm going to change it up for you. But since we're talking about the intimate weddings, and it's becoming a common trend in 2020, we know that you're doing these tutorials. So maybe you want to give any advice right now for brides with makeup tips.
I mean, the most important thing is to take care of your skin. I mean, of course, it's irregular. You cleanse your skin every day, but most important that you scrub your skin much more often and masks. Of
Yes.
course, there are some brides that, with the excitement and everything, they have a little bit of breakouts. They have to be a little bit more careful about that. I mean, there's experienced people that can help if they have breakouts. I mean, to take care maybe more of their eyebrows and especially their lashes. But because when it comes to
Okay.
brides in weddings with false lashes, they have to be a little bit more careful. I
Okay.
mean, because you can go natural, you can go a little bit drastic, and by going a little bit drastic on the lash, it might be a little bit like room for a bride. But then again, repeating again, the most important thing right now, if you're not going to get married right now, take care of your skin. A good scrub,
Okay.
a good mask, and a good moisturizer. And of
Very
course, eye
good.
cream. And eye cream.
Yes, my mother taught me that when I was quite young. Always the eye cream.
And to tell you the truth, dak per eżempju saqsini, l-mu l-iktar ħaġa li kollok bżonn minn skincare, eye cream.
Really? I was
Yes,
taught the moisturizer from neck upwards, never forget the neck, and
yes, yes.
the
And that's a good point, for example. I mean, once you're mentioning the neck, coming for a wedding, I mean, especially in summer, because all of our brides, I mean, they're wearing a white dress and they want to look tanned. Be
okay,
careful when you tan yourself. I mean, there's self tanning and there's actual suntan. They have to be
okay,
careful of the straps, especially. And sometimes it doesn't look so glamorous having so much tan with a bridal dress. So it's nice to have a tan, but they need to balance it, not to look too drastic.
do you sometimes maybe recommend them going for a self tan or
Yes, yes, why not? But I mean, that's a good point. I highly recommend it if they're afraid from the sun. But it's not something they do a week before the wedding. At least they try
okay,
it like 3 months before. Because imagine they go for a self tanning a week before the wedding. I turned
it's the
orange.
wrong color for sure. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
No, no, but I mean, I don't want to be misunderstood. Even when I was talking about the lashes, I'm not saying be careful what kind of length of eyelashes to apply during a wedding. I mean, I personally can do like full set of lashes, but if they go to a specialist in lashes, it's not something they do 3 days before. At least they try 3 months before, so they would know how it will come.
Very good. Very
And
good.
even
Very
like, for
good.
example, when it comes to makeup, it's also important that they do a trial. For me, it's very
Yes.
essential because I get to know the person itself, what are her concerns, what she likes, what she hates, and everything.
And is this something that you do a month before or 3 months before or a year before so you can help
And
out with skincare?
I mean, if, for example, they're going to get married in August they will be suntanned. So ideal they come like for example August the year before with almost the same suntan. Um, so I can adapt, you know what I mean? Because if you
Okay.
come like for example in December, you're white and then you're going to get married in August
Yeah.
with suntan, it makes a difference in colors, in shades and everything. And so nowadays brides are thinking a little bit late when to buy, especially like even the bridesmaids dresses.
Okay. All right. Okay. We actually do have a comment
It's
here from.
complicated.
Sorry.
It's complicated,
Yes, it is. It is. It's good. I mean, there are a
but
number
it's
of reasons that
fun.
people do come and look for makeup artists. I mean, there's a whole. You're a helping hand for them to help the bride feel and
Very.
look exactly how
And
she wants
and
to.
the most important, to make them feel comfortable.
Yes.
I'm not just a makeup artist. I'm also a beauty consultant. When I
Okay.
always suggest what is good maybe for them. I mean, kulħadd għandu l-kosti tiegħu fil-makeup. Ġifieri I don't want to be misunderstood, but I'm there as well, like to guide them because like I would love to have a red lipstick, but it depends to her how do I mean there are brides who have modern dresses, classic dresses, or like different kind of dresses.
Even just the
So I have
hairstyle.
to be careful what hair matches, what makeup matches, u kollox.
Very good, very good. I am actually going to put a comment up. I'm not sure if you can see it. Jonathan at Top Party France. He said, "Say no to the carrot, orange self tanning for creams," and a smiley face. So thank you, Jonathan, for that.
Ma
I,
it's a good point. It's a good point li Jonathan għal kif għad kont qed ngħid qabel, importanti ma jagħmlux a week before the wedding. At least they try it like 3 months before, so they will see the results. So
Tell me again. I'm sorry, I lost you there for a second, Chris.
it's okay. Qed ngħid li kif qed jgħid Jonathan huwa vera validu. Kif kont qed ngħid qabel, ideally jagħmluh 3 months before the wedding, not just a week before the wedding. So at least they
Always
would know
test
the
Jan.
result it is, because there are different brands with different results.
Very good, very good. Do you have any tips? Because I know a lot of brides at the moment, they are doing their intimate weddings, and you mentioned you are doing the tutorials to help couples out. So the bride, you're giving her basically like an online demo, right, through Zoom, so she can still do her own makeup in a
I,
safe way.
I can start even from the self-tanning if you want. I, I mean, just to continue a little bit on this, if I may,
Yes.
even when you want to apply your self-tanning at home, doing it yourself, important that you scrub, apply a body lotion, and then you apply a self-tanning. And
Okay.
ideally, there is someone that can help you for certain areas of your body.
Okay. All right. That's not something I didn't know that, but I have seen sometimes people using a special glove to do. Um,
That's very important as well because if you apply an eye drag, it's a stain. At the end of the day, it's a stain.
yeah.
If it goes between the nails, oops, you've had it.
Okay.
So it's important once you've finished, you really cleanse really well your hands. And
Wow.
that's
Okay.
why I mentioned that you have ideally apply a scrub before and a body lotion. So like you're preparing your skin when you have where you have dry patches, so you smoothen them up and they're more hydrated, so it doesn't come dark in certain areas.
Okay. All right. Are there any tips if you want to go into makeup and well makeup at the moment for the intimate weddings? So just for our viewers to know, if anyone is interested, please do contact Chris because he's helping you guys out. If you can't have the makeup artist, he'll help you out online to sort, get the most and build as much as you can to have that dream look that we all have. Because let's face it, we all have that dream look from when we were younger.
Exactly. I mean, the only thing I can recommend when it comes to makeup, if they're going to do it themselves from home, to go a little bit more natural. Like it's very important to have that nice, flawless skin, a nice contouring with a nice rosy cheeks. That's very nice. I mean, not to overdo it on eyebrows, to keep them very natural, but important that they are plugged as well.
But
And
and they're
yes,
there.
with a nice wing liner, nice lashes, a little bit of shading in the crease socket, sorry, of the eyes, and a nice nude lipstick. But when I say nude, I would recommend more a old rose kind of tone than something a little bit too matte or too brownish. So it
Okay.
looks much more fresh and more young. And it's something that you're going to see in 10 years, 20 years' time, and you'll say, I looked clean and flawless for my wedding.
For sure, for sure. And we know that in Malta we have two differences. We have the dark-skinned person and then the lighter skin, such as myself. Do you have any particular tips for the lighter skinned or the darker skinned?
I mean, for the lighter skin, I would go then again for something very natural, not to overdo it. But then when it goes for dark skin, it's a little bit more. You have to discuss about these things when it comes to dark skin because you have to use certain blushers with certain skin with certain tones of blushers to enhance more the cheek. Once, especially your tint, تفهم? If it's something natural that's your natural skin tone, you need a little bit of consultation, in my opinion.
All right, okay. I ask because I know there are a lot of different things. For example, with me, if I don't put color in my eyebrows, my eyebrows are completely blonde. As soon as someone takes a photo of me, I lose my eyebrows or I lose half my eyebrow here. So, that's not something you want on your wedding day.
ħana għedwet il-fat fuq meta titkellem fuq eyebrows, hemm ħafna mod differenti kif int tista' tagħmel eyebrows dak id-dar. I mean, you hope jużalek pencil that might look a little bit harsh. Jiddependi kif tapplika inti. Jiena personalment nippreferi powder eyebrows. It's like an
Uh-huh.
eyeshadow, but it's specifically for the eyebrows. It comes more soft and more gentle. That doesn't look like, ooh, like a tattoo kind of look.
Okay, all right, very good, cool. We have another
And
comment here, Chris. I'm just gonna show it quickly for you, and you can go into your next down. It's basically Ben, who's co-founder of Get Hitched and Evently, and he says, "Hi guys." So hi Ben, and thank you for tuning in. Even though he's super super
hi,
busy because we're moving offices and he's helping and he's finishing everything out for everyone, so we can start working all together again.
good luck.
I'm sure he's saying thank you right now, but do go on.
Forsi kollu lajnuna tijak u kollu.
Yes, I have offered. I need to go and help a little. But there's so many different things. We have a lot of things that we're preparing, as you know, as we spoke before. People will start hearing some more info soon. But we're trying to organize ourselves. But Ben is the best at the certain things that he's doing at the moment. So him, and thank you to his father as well, who's helping him out today.
That's called teamwork, and that's the most beautiful thing.
Yes, for sure. The whole team. I mean, if you ever, we should invite you to the office once everything's over. You need to come and meet the
It will be my
team.
pleasure.
It's I will make you a nice coffee and we can have a nice chat. They are the most amazing bunch, and I can say it. I've been working with Ben and John for 2.5 years now, so I couldn't have any better bosses. Anyways, enough of that because they're probably all red right now. Like, thank you, thank
Wala, daqsek. Jihdu pjaċir qed tistennu jagħmlu wkoll.
you. Wink. You were going to go into mentioning you were going to go into mentioning other tips, or you were going to mention something else.
I mean, then again, I invite all the Hitch clients if they want to contact me to give them free tutorials how to do their makeup for their wedding day. It will be my pleasure.
Very cool, very good. Thank you very much, Chris. So for our viewers, do please contact him and he'll be more than happy to help you out. Um, since you were talking about skincare, one of the
Yes.
points on the agenda was actually the skincare. So I'm going to put this up. Since so we've already discussed the brides that are still going ahead and planning an intimate wedding and you're helping them out. But then we have the brides that have postponed their wedding from now to next year. And you are
Yes.
recommending the certain skincare advice. I don't know if you want to help with any tips there and what you are going through even with all the brides.
I mean, it's not just because they're getting married, but the most important thing when you want to take care of your skin and you especially you want to boost more radiance in your skin, that you of course you have to cleanse your skin every day. But the most important thing is for me to scrub your skin, not just once a week, but even twice a week. Like a small tip that I can give is they can mix their normal cleanser, being a face wash or a milk, and they mix a little bit of scrub together, and they can almost do that every day. And of course, once or twice a week, they can apply a mask. So, like when you're using the scrub, you're boosting more your skin, you're eliminating more the dead
I
cells,
seem
to
to
boost
be
much more
losing.
radiant. Sorry, mux qed nisimak. Alberta?
Hi.
Hi,
Okay.
welcome. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I seem to have lost you. I'm sorry. I
I'm
saw.
still here. I'm still here.
I had quite a funny view of you.
Jena kont kwiet, jena ma milx mossi ma milx xejn, jena kont kwiet.
I don't know if you want to repeat because I'm sorry, I didn't get any of the last part you said.
It's okay, it's okay. I mean, like I always say, the most important thing, it's not because you're getting married, but it's something that's very important to take care of your skin. Dak tismani?
Yes, now yes.
Okay. Okay. Importantly, that you take care of your skin mostly by scrubbing your skin much more often. A small
Okay.
tip that I use myself is I use a specific face wash with grains, but if you don't have it, you can mix your cleanser. You use your cleanser and mix some scrub together,
Okay.
just together, and do it every morning and twice a week. Just use a mask, a hydrating mask that has important hyaluronic acid, so it boosts much more water and radiance in your skin. And if you may be concerned a little bit of expression lines, it will help to plump up lines caused by dehydration.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Yes,
I have a question.
just one
Yes?
last one thing, if you don't mind. Sunblock.
Yes, yes. Always with an SPF before
It's not,
anything.
believe me from experience, it's not nice having a bride that has suntan and you have to try to cover it and that doesn't look very nice. Or her face, especially, it's peeling.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very good tips. Thank you very much, Chris. I have a question for you, if you
Yeah.
don't mind, because we see like the common trend with like masks and skincare is usually either hydrating or anti-aging. Do you have any recommendations on using anti-aging, or do you strongly prefer using hydrating?
I prefer hydrating. The most, I mean, something that I believe myself is hyaluronic acid. It's something that really
Okay.
helps to give water to the skin that plump up lines caused by dehydration, and it's something you can use every day, and it's very easy to find in shops.
All right.
So
Okay.
for me, the best thing, it's more hyaluronic acid. So use something that is very hydrating for your skin. Then, if you have oily skin, it's something totally different. You still can use hyaluronic acid once you have oily skin, but you have to balance it a little bit more.
Okay.
Even with the face wash, she uses the toner, she uses, I mean, because a lot of people in ينسوا hit toner, but that's one of the most important things. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And of course, then when it comes to makeup, there are specific primers if you have oily skin and if you have dry skin. That helps
Okay.
the makeup to stay longer as well.
Okay, super, super. So, guys, do take care of your skin. There's a lot of different, even things that I didn't know of, even like the toner and the cleanser and the scrub. And I think I need to do one of these lessons with you myself, one on one.
Yes, and I enjoy it. I mean,
We'll do it like a few years before the wedding comes up, and then.
no problem.
All right. I'm going to take you to the next question, the one that I skipped a little bit before, with regards to Fashion Week. So this is a very big event that happens in Malta on a yearly
Yes,
basis.
yes.
And you attend this every year, right, Chris?
Yes, I actually been nominated 3 times in these
Okay.
last years. Of course, I never won, but it's okay. Just being part of it, it's a beautiful experience. You get to know a lot of different people, not just from Malta, even from abroad. You get to know hairdressers, makeup artists, designers, and it's very well made as a concept, as an event. That it's this year, it's not going to be, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's
But
been cancelled. But
yes.
has this affected? Because I for sure, I mean, there's a lot of work that you put into this. I mean, what's your role in the Fashion Week?
I mean, as preparations, the first thing that they do actually they do billboards that they normally do in Valletta around the fountain.
Yes,
and that's something that's normally prepared like as like makeup artists, hairstylists, and photographers. That's something like we like prepare from like 4 to 3 months before, and that everything was cancelled.
for
In
sure. So
fact,
all this
in
work
fact,
is there on
yes,
hold at the moment.
everything. In fact, I had 2 photo shoots before the conflict, and oops, nothing.
For
And
sure.
that was
And I don't even think this is something that, like, all this work that you've done now is not really something that you're going to be able to use because, I mean, if you're going to be
no,
postponing to
no.
next
أنا
year.
saċertu punt ġiet tajba saċertu punt tajba in brackets tajba. Konna eżatt ħanamluhom. We were planning
Ah, okay.
like first week of March. We're planning the day, the model, and everything for
Okay.
the photo shoot, and I had two coming up, but they had to be cancelled.
All right. Okay. So now you've given time to prepare and have an even better preparation for next year's.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I mean, I'm sure it will happen.
And going more into detail, because I mean, your role is not just the work beforehand, but you are there every day, right?
Not every day. I mean, of course, in Malta we
Sorry.
have a lot of makeup artists, but like I would be like in it's a masuma in 2 weeks,
Okay.
fashion week, and I will have like 3 fashion shows in those 3 week in 2 weeks, and I would be the leading makeup artist for these 3 fashion shows.
All
I
right.
will
Where
have
you
like
help
six
your.
assistants that I enjoy helping together.
Amazing, very cool. It
Yes.
sounds like a very beautiful experience. It's a very big event that we've managed to build up. This is something for artists at the end of the day.
Exactly. I mean,
Um,
I don't take this as a competition. I take this as an experience and something to meet people that I learned from other makeup artists. I'm proud to say that, and I enjoy it.
that's something very beautiful to hear, Chris, especially with different businesses that you actually work together, and working as
Yeah.
one and helping each other out rather
Because
than
we're
it
all
being a
different.
competition.
We're all different, and everyone can learn from each other.
For sure, because your uniqueness stands in the different approach that each different makeup artist has learned and excels in.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Helpful. Helpful. Thanks. Ġetni ħmar.
And I do want to put this in as well because I mean, how do you see yourself in the role in the makeup industry? Perhaps some would call you an influencer, but you have
I
quite a strong role.
And I don't consider myself an influencer. I just like to help people. I'm a little bit addict to be on Facebook on certain pages when women or even men ask for consultation, like where can I find this? Where can I find that? I'm ready to help. I also
Amazing.
like I also like intrude in their messenger to ask them if they want my assistance to come
Oh
at the
wow,
shop and to
cool.
help them. Yes,
All right.
yes. I just do it for fun and I enjoy it. And surprisingly enough, talking about brides, they're also the groom. And the
Yes.
groom nowadays, he's a little bit concerned as well about dark circles, especially some blemishes, maybe. And they ask questions. In fact,
Very good.
in these last 2 months, I had a couple of mails asking me, Chris, what eye cream shall I use? And I was pleased to help them.
Amazing. Yes, I actually was going to ask this when you started mentioning the brides, because do you
There's
see?
the groom.
Yes, but do you see that they come on, like, we know every woman is going to come and ask and try to take, or at least almost every woman is going to try and take care of her skin. But have you seen in the last years an increase where men want to take care of their skin?
Yes, I mean, as you know, I work at Frank's. And in Frank's, I work in Frank's Plaza in
Yes.
Slima. And with the perfumery, we have also the men side as well, the men essential.
Okay.
And there's also Antonio's barber. And there's a lot of men who come simply to do their beard and their hair, and then they come afterwards, maybe for an eye cream and a moisturizer.
All
So
right. Okay.
it's becoming quite a big trend at the moment that men are taking more care of themselves. I mean, I'm 43. I've been taking care of my skin since I was 16. But I
And
mean,
it's paid off.
thank,
It
thanks to my mother, because my mother pushed me, and then I continue doing it.
and
But nowadays,
what's your mother's name?
my mother,
Yes.
Mary.
Thank you, Mary. Well done, Mary. You've done an extremely good job.
Good news as well. Thank you,
Super.
Max.
Super, super. But I have seen a bit of an increase, even just with friends, where the guys are slowly do take more attention to their skin and want to take care, like just even having a simple moisturizer. Whereas if I had to look at perhaps
I
my
mean,
brothers 20 years ago, it was completely different. You're a
in
man.
fact, to tell you the truth, this weekend I prepared a video to Franks, so eventually they will share it on their page, like 3 steps how a man basically can take care of his skin every day by just using a face wash. The face wash I use, it's like a gel with grains that helps to polish more the skin.
Okay.
Eye cream and moisturizer. That's all. And important, maybe in the moisturizer there is a sunblock. For people who
Okay.
work outside and offices, sunblock is always needed.
All right. Okay. Very good. I
Thank
am
you.
going to take to the next question because we are cropping up 40 minutes, and I know you have lots of things to do in your busy schedule.
Thank you.
Um, but basically, my next question was for you. How do you see yourself or your job changing once you return to offering makeup services?
It's going to be very, 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 very busy because, like I was saying to you in the beginning, what was postponed this year is going to be everything for next year.
Plus all the events, Fashion Week again.
I mean, certain photo shoots are still going to be held. I mean, especially then when it comes to weddings, next year it's going to be double, almost tripled in especially in weddings, because like I was telling you, what's in 2020 is going to go on 2021. So
Yes,
that's going to be very hectic, and I'm extremely looking forward to it.
yes.
I'm ready to please every bride, however she wants, just to see them happy
Get your rest.
and to go back to normality, just to enjoy doing what I love doing.
Definitely, definitely. Actually, I do want to mention an important fact maybe viewers should know because when I started working with Get Hitched, I actually learned that statistics in Malta and Gozo show we have an average of 2,000 to 2,500 weddings that
It's
happen in
good.
Malta every year.
Yeah.
And a high percentage of them are in Malta. So having, let's say, if we're going on an average of 2,000 weddings just in 2020, that half of them have been postponed. You're looking at 1,000 weddings moved to 2021.
Can
So
I
you're talking
explain?
3,000 weddings in 1 year. Say.
For example, normally I have weddings once in a while. I have during the week because those are mainly more for foreign couples. When it comes to local, I have like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I normally only take one booking every day.
Yeah.
Next year, it's going to be like morning I have a wedding, in the afternoon I have another wedding.
So it's
So
literally non-stop.
it's yes, but I don't mind because I love it, and I always have my assistant with me, and it's easygoing, and I enjoy it, so I don't mind it. It might sound like stressful, but it's nice. It's I lost this with this fat. I don't
Uh-huh.
know how to explain it more than that.
So you are basically almost fully booked for 2021 now.
I can say that yes,
Wow. Wow.
yes.
When I learned these numbers with weddings and then I started seeing in just about a month I saw all the different suppliers become fully booked for 2021, recommending to move to 2022, especially if they have foreign guests coming to Malta.
Even me. In fact, I have already clients for 22.
Yes, I've seen, and even on Getitch, I've seen requests coming in for 2023
Yes.
today because
Wow.
because they want to find the perfect date or even just financially. I mean, there's a lot of people that have been hit, be it if they're in makeup or in hospitality industry or in the events industry or catering.
Eżatt, qrib speċjalment that was, I mean, ngħid għalija l-ewwel ħaġa li ħsibt meta kelli daw il-cancellation u they postponed it for next year, like a bride li ma ssibx id-date li tixtieqi. Għax titħassara sa ċertu punt għax kelli konverzazzjoni ma' ħafna klijenti minn tiegħi li jgħiduli Lallu, my dress, it's a summer dress and now I'm getting married in winter.
No, it's sort of impossible to do because look at all the money and time you spent on getting the steam and style ready for a summer event. So there straight away, I'd recommend changing the year. And I actually did speak to a few couples on the phone, some that had foreign guests, some that had a summer style, and the date or
Exactly.
the year is not so important. Because at the end of the day, we can go sign a piece of paper, actually have the marriage sort of, or go to the church and do it, and then enjoy with our family and actually celebrate it all.
Jiena l-kapar li nisnat il-brides u l-grooms specialment jieħdu paċenzja and they wait to get married. They always wished and dreamed to get married. If they want a big wedding, if they want a small wedding, but be patient, don't rush. Get married next year, choose the day that you really want and enjoy it.
Very good, very good. I do want to ask you, with regards to makeup services, have you been given some information, like, because there's going to be a lot of changes, like with regards to how, if there's going to be needing of face shields or disposable, nothing.
Nothing as yet. When it comes to makeup artists, nothing is confirmed.
So not even on Friday. The restrictions, it was mentioned that on Friday restrictions are going to be lifted for the rest of the businesses, but there has not been something specific for you either.
Jiena kif fimtina l-bira, we still have to wear masks and to keep social distance. So
Yes.
for me, wearing a mask, it's okay, but for a person that I have to do makeup on, she has to be without
It's
mask.
difficult. Should we come up with a new trend of makeup, Chris, where the mask is incorporated? No.
Ħanajdu għek, dak it-tip nimqas nimmaġina li per eżempju, titax bija sanajt, like I mean, id-deja tijaj forsi, ma jiena nista per eżempju namel line and the bride or other person can do the rest. Because some girls, I mean, some women are more concerned what I'm going to do because I don't know how to do wing liner.
Yes.
I always can help doing the eyeshadow because they were wearing a mask and then they can do the rest too.
Yes, and I actually saw outlets in Italy that they're actually taking the time and preparing masks to suit to the bridal dress. So you'd actually have a face mask. But I mean, we do need to go and continue and get out there and to continue with our lives. So it's an experience.
I'm maybe old fashioned. Ma nimmaġinax per eżempju bright still għal-artar per eżempju bil-maskla, but tara xi 20-30 years ago u nepotija tajla, Nanna, why are you wearing
It's post-COVID. I mean, but this is history. I mean, it's going to be there. It's an experience that we are there. I mean, this is something that happens on average of every 100 years that something like this happens. And we are lucky to see history in the making, even though this is not a nice experience, but it is an eye-opener.
Exactly. Jina personalment ma ħaddix bħala dak it-tip, oh my god, x'biża or whatever, tifhem? It's an experience that I also had time to experience things that I never done in my life. Like I used to cook once in a month, maybe once every 2 months. I was cooking every day. I started taking care of my plants in my garden and I enjoy it.
Yes.
It's like giving me more time to reflect about things in life. So I took this in a positive way,
Yes, definitely. I would have to agree completely that I did need to slow down and understand. I needed it because the same thing, I've been gardening, I have my few plants, even though I have 2 plants, one died. So I have 1 plant. I didn't manage so much, but I've been cooking. If my sister's watching this, she'll be like...
Fl-istessin I mean jiena fil-bidu dak it-tip ngħid, all right, I call it a long holiday. Imma wara bad dak it-3 weeks, ngħid mamma mia, x'nista' nagħmel, regarding when it comes to makeup. Because when I see my colleague like posting on Facebook on certain pages, I mean they're females and they can apply makeup on themselves. to show their work, for example. I cannot do that.
But you can use perhaps like sort of the statues that we have for the hair, where they can try and do hair there. Is there not something available like that to test and try out on makeup?
When it comes to makeup, ma tantx hemm. Imma when it comes to skincare, għamilt 4 videos that helped other people how to apply eye cream, how to apply lip cream, how to treat their neck and everything. So
Super,
still, so xorta sib ta' affarijiet nista' nagħmel. But
super,
then
super.
again, my forte is makeup, and that was a little bit like, m'hemmx tagħmel.
Memx xamel, I mean, it's a situation we have to go about it. We're lucky to be healthy
U
and
bil-mod
to be
li
going on.
minna.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to mention another comment we have, Chris, from Therese De Bon, who's actually a photographer, and we work with her on Get Hitched also. Basically, she said, for a point that we've mentioned earlier, not sure if you mentioned this, but tanning with straps for brides. Stay away from strong sun prior to wedding day. It's difficult to edit out tan lines or an overly burnt skin. And this is coming from a photographer, and you have to try and deal with it on the day, and then she has to try and deal with it after
Editing. That's
to,
called editing.
yes.
Miskina, that's called editing. But ma nafix il-teres ma well said, my dear. I mean, kif kont qed ngħid fil-bidu. Jekk għandek tagħmel self-tanning, tagħmlux ġimgħa qabel, at least għamlu 3 months before biex
Yeah.
tara ir-riżultat tiegħu kif ikun. When it comes to suntan, there's a grade fi għandek tasal sa suntan. Għax hemm min they overdo it so they look very tanned in a white dress. And I don't think it's appropriate for a bride. I don't see it something so glamorous, so dainty, having so much suntan on a bride. Dik l-opinjoni tiegħi.
I think, in my opinion, it would be where, I mean, you should keep as natural, because let's say me, I'm not going to go for a dark tan if I had to get married, because I don't want to look 30 years after to my wedding photos and look at this brown Alberta, whereas I'm normally a white or pink Alberta, for example.
ħanajda, nifama u koll, għax kif ġara lila u koll, meta jkollok photoshoot, jew kella bright li tkun overtent, jkollha xi straps jidru, jew sometimes anka tattoos, but tattoos it's a totally different thing. Imma kelli brides li mmur għandhom pereżempju fis-sija ta' wara l-offsinar to do their bridal makeup, just 30 minutes before they were next to the pool. U jkollhom il-contouring tagħhom ta' wiċċhom
Oh, really?
aħmar, ikollhom
Okay.
il-contouring ta' wiċċhom aħmar, meta tiġi tapplika l-makeup, automatically bl-isħala bis-sunburn, il-foundation jisa tibda timbeżaq.
Okay.
And believe me,
I've
it
actually
doesn't help.
noticed this when I get a tan during summer. Then it's not. I'm unable to do foundation or anything. I need to leave it.
There's still things that they can be done, but it-tip ta' foundation li tittuża when you have that kind of skin, it won't last in an event. Where
Okay.
if you tkun iktar excited, maybe qed joħroġlok iktar ara, iktar żejt, li l-foundation tkun nar iktar hydrating, a little bit more rich, a little bit more shiny, that
Okay.
something won't be ideal for a wedding event.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Therese, for your comment. It's great to see you, and thank you for watching the show. Chris, I think we've covered everything that
It
we
was a
wanted to
great
talk
pleasure.
about.
I was so excited in the beginning, and then it ended up. It was very pleasant, actually.
Super amazing. I'm glad you enjoyed it. My last question for you today is going to be, do you have any plans? Like what is in store for the future for Chris Attard?
Jiena naħseb dejjem il-ġurnata l-oħra, ġifier ma tantx naħseb il-qudiem ħafna, ma my next step, my next dream is to give makeup tutorials not just on Facebook, but to meet people in a class and do actual makeup training. That's my next ambition in life, and I'm trying to do my best to achieve it. But
So
then
our
again,
next waiting is we're going to see the Chris Attard School of Makeup.
le, ma narax daqshekk. Private lessons, not school.
Very good. This has been a great show, Chris.
It was a pleasure.
I really enjoyed it. Very
Thank
same
you.
here,
Anka
same here.
jiena.
you know what? I actually have one last thing I want to ask you, and then we'll end the show. I don't know if you want to have maybe any funny story or funny comment that you want to share of an experience you've had, even from when you were younger. It doesn't have to be related to weddings or just something that is a
ħanajdu
memory.
esperjenzi, ħankompli xort ħankompli fuq l-istess tema. I mean, esperjenza li ġrat li few years ago ma' klienta, I mean, it was like 5:30 in the morning li bil-mati tħassarta, ma it-tallimt ħafna minna li she had her, morti tartaħa fil-5 u nofs ta' fil-ħodu, u kif wasalt,
Okay.
bat tikbi.
Okay. Can we say in English? Sorry,
Okay,
Chris.
sorry for that. I actually had this wedding, like it was like she's 6 or 7 years ago, and I had to be at her place at 5:30 in the morning. And when
Wow.
I arrived, I found her crying, and there was a bit of panic at her house. It's not a funny story. It was like a bizarre, I mean, horror for her, and even for me that I had to do makeup for her. The hall where she was going to get married got flooded.
Oh no.
And she had 400 guests invited to this wedding.
Of course.
Like her family, me, my assistant, helping her, calling her friends, her relatives to
They
go to a.
changed the venue.
Yes, I
They
mean,
managed.
yes, I mean, she had a venue in certain areas and they offered her a second option. And that was like, hallelujah. That was very,
Wow.
it was an experience that I enjoyed helping her because she was a very nice, sweet girl. But that was something that I will never forget. I mean,
For sure.
I
For
mean,
sure.
it was actually summer. So it's something they have to be careful.
Yes. Wow. And see, it's very nice as well of the venue to help and manage to find a different location.
Venue,
And
yes.
I think something good that I've seen, like a trend where brides have been doing, is they've been doing sort of like a mini website for their wedding day, where you have like your guest list, your wish list, your SVP, everything. So this is something where you have an emergency situation. This comes really into hand because you're able to put it there and just remind all your guests, look at the website before you come to the wedding. You
Exactly.
know? Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if she's viewing the show, I'll say hi to her, and we're glad that the wedding went on because the show must go on, guys.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm going to put everything to a close, Chris. If you have any final words for our viewers,
Looking forward if I can help you. It will be my pleasure.
super, super,
Okay.
super.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
very
much.
much,
Yeah.
Chris. It's been a pleasure. I hope to see
Same
you
here.
again soon, and I hope to come to the
Yeah.
shop and have like a nice conversation and get some
It
new
will be my
products with you.
pleasure to give you some tips, skincare and makeup.
Definitely, definitely, I need it, and I'll bring a few friends with me.
It will be my pleasure. Thank you
Super.
very much.
I'm going to remove you from the stream, Chris, if you'd like to wait for me in the back. So bye.
No problem.
So there you have it, guys. Episode 13 of the Get Hitched live wedding chat show. It was a pleasure speaking with Chris Attard, who's a makeup artist. He's been a makeup artist for years, works at Frank's. So if you guys are looking to do an intimate wedding and you need some help, or you are postponing and you want to make sure that you're doing a good skincare routine, or even just learn, and you're another makeup artist and you want to learn and continue growing, Chris is an amazing guy. His experience is super, and this is one of the suppliers that I really do enjoy working with on Get Hitched. Thank you again to all our viewers. I really love doing these episodes, even though the first time I was super shy. I look forward to seeing you to the next time. So bye for now, and thank you for viewing the show.